Today we're putting the final touches on our Spec Z race car build. We're adding a Nismo Aero-Package front and rear, and then the 350Z is getting wrapped and ready for the track. It's all right here on Power Nation Garage. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to our Spec 350Z race car build. We're finally in the home stretch. If you remember last time, we installed the interior and the safety features. Since then, the windshield has been installed by a professional, but now it's time for aerodynamics. So on the front of our car, we have a stock 350Z front bumper, and there's nothing wrong with it, but we're going to the racetrack and we need all the performance we can get. That's why we're gonna go with the Nismo front end. All right, so let's talk about performance. Nismo knows that brakes win races. So what's a fascia have to do with brakes? A lot, actually. They open up the airflow in this area right here to let those binders cool and brake harder, therefore you can pass cars better. Also, the front here allows more airflow to your radiator with higher RPMs, keeping your engine cooler. And last but not least, the front lip right here that looks oh so good actually makes a lot of downforce at the higher mile-per-hour range. Go ahead and remove the bumper fasteners by popping them up with a screwdriver. If they don't break and they look good, you can reuse them. Next, you're gonna have to get underneath the car and start by removing the screws that hold the bumper on. Once all the screws and the fasteners are out of the way, it's time to remove the front fascia. And be sure to pull off the styrofoam piece while you're at it because you're not gonna need that anymore. Your new aggressive Nismo nose should fit just like it did from the factory. Go ahead and snap your upper fasteners back into place, making sure they all lock. The Nismo front bumper comes in two pieces, so you're going to have to go underneath and use a socket to properly attach the bottom piece to the front fascia. Once the front bumper's all done, move to the rear and then unbolt and then pop out your rear brake lights. Undo all the screws and the fasteners, remove the bumper cover completely, and go ahead and also remove that styrofoam piece because you're not going to need that one either. With a screwdriver, go ahead and remove the reverse lights so you can reuse them. So in the front bumper, it was all about performance and getting the airflow in. On the rear bumper, it's still all about performance, but this time it's about getting the airflow out. Nismo knows the more air you can get out from underneath the car, the less drag you're gonna have and the faster you're gonna be. On top of that, this bumper looks awesome, and it wouldn't be a race car without something like this hanging off the back of your car. Reinstall the reverse lights in the brand new Nismo rear bumper, and then gently install the rear bumper into place. Once it's there, go ahead and give it a little shove until it snaps, and that will lock it where it needs to be. Use your socket to install the bumper hardware, followed by attaching the rear brake light connectors. Then go ahead and reinstall the screws securing your lights. Now that you're all good up top, it's time to make your way inside the wheel wells and finish by tightening any extra screws or fasteners that need to be tightened. And last but not least, make sure those turn signals and brake lights work, and your process of finishing the rear bumper is finished. Hey guys, so we have the front and the rear bumper installed. Now it's time to connect the dots with the side skirts. It just wouldn't be right without it. The car would look kind of funny. We're gonna do it one of two ways, using industrial strength double-sided tape. So let's get to work. I cut out 10 industrial strength pieces of double-sided tape and placed them where the body fasteners would go. Make sure to use industrial strength double-sided tape and also be certain to clean your area extremely well. Otherwise, these could peel off. Apply the double-sided tape, and with the help of a trusted friend, Align the side skirt into place and then use some pressure. Make sure it sticks against the body right where you want it to. Then using a drill and a bit, make some new fastening holes and install your fastening hardware screws to make sure these side skirts are nice and tight and not going anywhere. So this car is actually gonna have a wrap on it, so the paint really doesn't matter, but there was a dent in the back of it and I kinda wanted to work on my Bondo skills. Not to mention I wanted to improve aerodynamics, sorta. The inside of the car went from red to black, and I wanted to do the same thing with the hatch because it would just look kind of weird if you pop the hatch and it's red. So I've taped it off, painted it up, and now it's ready to install. All right, it's all ready to go. Let's get this thing on the ground. Our Spec Z Nismo race car is finally on the ground. This thing has got everything inside of it. It's got the ground effects, the tires. I'm getting excited about it. But next step is to get it to the wrap shop so it can unveil it to you. We finally come to the end of our journey with our project Spec Z race car full of Nismo parts. And as you remember when this car first got here, it was just a base 350Z, and now it's a full-blown race car. The same kind of race car that you can build in your own garage. Although it looks awesome, the only way to figure out how awesome is to take it back to the track and see what it can do. So stay tuned.